Okay guys, this is everything you need for an episode of gorilla fishing. I'm going to go ahead and grab a pole and use it as a pointer to fill you in. Sorry I don't have my gear on. Professor look going here. Like the house has nothing to do with this. Waders, tool belt, which is where all this stuff goes. This is a new, since I hurt that fish last week trying to weigh it, I bought a scale today. A little nicer one. My favorite line, it's always good to rely when you get a big fishing trip. Stealth braid, containers for the lures. Like I said, I'm a minimalist when it comes to this, and you don't need a huge tackle box, especially here. You'll have to forgive my photography too. But my plastics, these include almost solely frogs. And we have them in a couple of colors, and at the top I've got baby bush hogs and big bush hogs mushed together, and these turquoise worms. They always work really good. This is part of my favorite lure, very favorite thing. It's going to be the first thing tied on. You've seen a bunch of fish with this on it. This is a paddle frog that I've altered to become just an unstoppable bait. I mean, these things are fantastic. It's $5 for one of these. And they even come without their tail. They come with on it, because I'd throw those right out. Don't even use them. I use a grub like this or something similar. These are nice, with a little bit higher end. Or just cut the tail end of one of these off, and man, the fish just absolutely love them. I also got the giant flukes, because I know there's going to be some big fish in here. Nice project. Always good in almost any water. Spinner baits for early. It depends also on the water. This is, as you see, I'm an Abu Garcia guy. This is very nice reels, both of them, but we'll talk about reels a bit later. Regular straight top water frogs to go with the paddle frogs. And this is also in the morning action here, I'm hoping. And if you'll look, I'm really old school here. These are spoons, which I remember my grandpa's tackle box being full of them. And these regular plugs here, man, these babies are these are good. This is good in every water. This is my little brother Lonnie's very favorite bait. And this comes in a couple size spoons. This is the deep diving model. I like it, and the yellow. And of course, rattle traps are always good. And since this is a pond area and flowing river, these babies here, they're tough, they're cheap, $2 for 3 of them, and they really kill the fish. But they're not that fun. I prefer one of the more challenging baits. You know, these hard frogs, fish frogs are really hard. But anyway, I'm going to move up here to the utility belt. If you're going to do gorilla fishing, you can't carry a tackle box around. You'll never be able to be mobile enough to get your stuff done. Something like this is actually a gun bag, and these plastic cases fit exactly in these things. And this suits up, and as you can see, you got your needle nose, which every fisherman should have, so you can dehook your fish without killing everything. Okay, I'm not going to go too long-winded on this. I will mention one other thing. I didn't pull them out even though I was filming them all ago. As you notice, there is an extra container to my favorite, Pop R lures. These babies work everywhere. I catch fish with these things. I've caught fish in friggin' Oregon. I've caught fish in Ohio, and I've caught fish all over Texas in these things, and especially this one here. And this is a really old design lure, really, really old. You see them set like this. My friend Jeff Ketchum up in Sam Rayburn, he has one like this. Well, anyway, I digress. I'm going to try and keep this halfway manageable and short. But this is the basic equipment you need for your gorilla fishing. And tomorrow we've got a really good fish planned. We're going to have to do a little hike. It's almost a mile overland and through rough country in the creek to the main body of water. You're going to have to get in and fish hard for an hour and then move out before it gets up to daylight. Not that it's anything really bad. Like I said, I don't advocate anyone breaking the law or anything. But it is a rush. Gorilla fishing is where it's at. But as you see, it's packed light, and you don't need a huge tackle box full of expensive lures. Now, I'm also not advocating that not having a lot of tackle is a good thing, because it's not true. Everybody wants to have something for every occasion. You know, what you're doing is you're watching the water. You know, if you see something that looks like something, oh, I've got something like that in my box. Well, when you gorilla fish, you can't do that. Yeah, I fish these waters, and I know the lures are going to need, though I find myself carrying crap I don't need, that I never used, that never worked. But they look cool, and that's horrible, because everybody purchases lures that they don't need because they think the fish will like them. You got to pick for the fish and not for you. All right, we're going to sign off, and we'll see you tomorrow.